Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ryan is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Landry. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
39-yard line.
Throwing again, Ryan. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Pitts. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
It's a gain of 10.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep for Moore. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
Touchdown, Carolina.
DJ Moore, 40 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And past the 40. The 40's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The first carry now for Benny Snell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Snell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Pitts. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Completes it to Samuel. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
34 yards.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He was certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
But it's fourth down.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Ryan. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 57 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme so he doesn't get hit back there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell taking it in. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Off play action. Pitts. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Pitts. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Snell again. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Snell, the ball carrier.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's a game.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 36.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
Makes the score.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A run for Snell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Pitts. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. looking to throw. Pitts. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
22 yards. And a Panther first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And that's incomplete.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series. Let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game was going. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Take it at the 37. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Snell. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, Snell gets through, and now an opening.
Right down there.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
the score, Steelers 35, Panthers 13.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
The Steelers take over.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Around 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
McCaffrey on the handoff.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pitts, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
With the carry for
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
To throw on third down, Pitts. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Their field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26.
42.
So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McFarland. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On 2nd down now, Snell, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The end of the 3rd.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They're going to run again with Snell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Step it up. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go one more.
From the gun, Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Ryan's
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on second down. Pitts. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He's going deep for Brown. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Pitts. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Pitts is going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. McFarland running out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Try to run for it with Snell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll run with Snell. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, But how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already. So he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll run on first down. Snell down right around the 25.
Ball carrier.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They run the counter. McFarland, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And Boswell's kick is good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off-play action. Pitts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And they take a knee.
Ready. 51. Army. 51's Mike 51. Nice, sweetheart.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
57, Mike, 57. Coming to you.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Today's final score, Steelers 45.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.